In this video, we're going to talk about how to stop leg cramps when running in seniors. If you're experiencing any type of cramping, whether it be in your calves or your quads or your hamstrings, then this video is definitely for you. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel where we try to bring you the most helpful resources to help you get stronger, healthier, and better at running faster and injury-free. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. One cause of cramps when you're running is actually dehydration. And I see this all the time with my athletes, especially during hot summer months. They'll cramp up because they're not drinking enough water. There are some electrolytes that can also contribute to cramping, but one thing is just simply water intake. So make sure you're getting enough water before, during, and after your runs. But also watch out for the weather. If it's hot outside or it's cold, sometimes that can really affect your overall body temperature and your core temperature, and make you lose fluids without even realizing it. So if you start to feel any cramping, then drink some water. Stretching. This is something that we often don't want to do while we're running. So usually we'll go into the side of the road or wherever we're running, and we'll do a little bit of a stretch. We might do a little bit of a hamstring stretch or a quad stretch. This can be very helpful for a lot of runners. There are certain situations where stretching may not be the best idea. It really depends on what kind of cramp you have and where you have it. For example, if you have a cramp in your calf that's feeling tight and hard, then stretching that muscle could actually make it worse. That would be considered a cramped muscle. However, if you have a cramp that is more of a dull ache, and it's more of a pulling sensation, then it would be better to stretch it. But the best way to know for sure is to do what's called the bounce test. This is where you go ahead and put your foot out in front of you, flatten your spine, and then lean towards your toes, and you're gone. Use your abdominal muscles to give it a little bounce. If it hurts right away, then you probably shouldn't stretch it. You should leave it alone and let it come back on its own. But if you can take a big, deep breath in, let it relax, and then as you exhale, it gives a little bit of a pop, and it bounces. Then you're good to go ahead and stretch that muscle. And the reason why we do this is because it can increase blood flow to the area, and it can help relax the muscle. So my favorite stretches for runners who tend to cramp up a lot are going to be your standing quad stretches, your standing hamstring stretches, and then also your hip flexor stretches. All right, the next tip is going to be foam rolling. A lot of runners love to use foam rollers to kind of work out those tight spots that they have in their legs. Now, foam rolling has been shown to improve blood flow, and it can also reduce muscle soreness. But it doesn't necessarily reduce cramping. However, it can help relax the muscles, which can lead to less cramping. So if you're going to try to foam roll for cramps, I would recommend focusing on the areas that you feel the most tension or tightness in. Maybe it's your IT band, maybe it's your quads, your hamstrings, calves, or even your hip flexors. The amount of time that you spend on each muscle group really depends on how tight it is. If it's really tight, then you're going to want to spend a little bit more time on it. I would say anywhere from like 30 seconds to a minute. Now, if it's not too tight, then you can probably get away with like 15 seconds per muscle group. You can also use a regular foam roller, or you can use a massage gun. They both serve basically the same purpose. All right, the fourth tip is going to be massage. So just like foam rolling, massage can increase blood flow to the area, and it can help relax the muscles. Now, I personally love to get massages, and I'll go get one whenever I'm feeling a little bit tight or a little sore, or if I've been training really hard. However, if you're looking for a quick fix for cramping, then massage probably won't be the best option for you. It takes a little bit of time to work. Another great thing about massage, though, is that it can help you relax, which can lead to less stress and less cramping. Massage has also been shown to reduce muscle soreness, and it can improve sleep quality, both of which can help with cramping. Overall, I think massage is a great option for runners, but it's not necessarily the best option for cramps. All right, the fifth tip is going to be heat or ice. Heat and ice are two very different things, and they have two very different effects on the body. Ice is used to reduce inflammation, and heat is used to relax muscles. So if you're trying to use either one of these to treat cramps, then you need to figure out what kind of cramping you have. If you have a cramp that is caused by muscle fatigue, then ice is probably not going to be the best option for you. However, if you have a cramp that is caused by an overuse injury, then ice may be helpful in reducing inflammation and helping the muscle recover. Heat, on the other hand, is much more effective at relaxing muscles and improving blood flow. So if you're going to use heat or ice, I would recommend using them for no longer than 20 minutes at a time. Alright, the sixth tip is going to be supplements. There are a lot of different supplements out there that claim to reduce cramping, but the truth is that most of them don't really work unless you actually have a deficiency in those nutrients. So, for example, if you're deficient in potassium, magnesium, or calcium, then taking a supplement could be beneficial. However, if you're already getting enough of these nutrients from your food, then it's probably not going to do anything for you. Now, there is one supplement that has been shown to be effective at reducing cramping, and that's called beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is an amino acid that the body uses to make carnosine. Carnosine is a compound that helps to regulate muscle acidity. When the muscles become too acidic, it can lead to cramping. So by increasing the amount of carnosine in the muscles, beta-alanine can help prevent cramping. Now, it takes about 2 to 3 months to build up enough carnosine to see a difference. But once you do, it can be a very effective way to reduce cramping. You can also find beta-alanine in a lot of pre-workouts as well. The seventh tip is going to be improving your running form. If you have poor running form, it can cause your muscles to work harder than they need to, leading to fatigue and cramping. So if you're having trouble running without cramping, it may be helpful to get your running form checked by a coach or a physical therapist. They can help you identify any problems with your form and then work on correcting them. Improving your running form can also help you run faster and prevent injuries, so it's a win-win. So if you're struggling with leg cramps when you're running, try some of these tips. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button down below and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.